Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, back again with another fantastic Thanksgiving holiday special with
you
the
one...
Put
the Ghostbuster word
Thanksgiving Ghostbuster holiday special with the one, the only, Robert / Ricard / Old Man Willikers / I really don't even know what you go by anymore.
You just call me Rob. No, you just call me Rob, it's fine.
Okay. What do you go by now, though?
Rob. I literally just go by Rob.
I mean,
Twitch
like, it's
even
not...
changed my name.
What?
Rob. Yeah, from WoWcrendor 22.
Like
yeah.
Twitch TV / Rob?
Well, spelled like raw, like as in
I see.
Raw, and then B. So spelled Robbie, but not that spelling of Robbie. Spelled like my meat raw. RAWB. But not Robbie, it's Rab.
All right. I get it. So
you go to Rab.tv. I bought that. Have you bought Crendor.tv?
I haven't actually.
You should probably buy that before you release this video, or else someone's gonna buy it and they're gonna point it to Rab TV because that's a funny joke.
That would be a funny joke.
It's an expensive joke.
It is an expensive. Listen, at this point, you can have Crendor TV.
Okay. I don't want that one.
Just don't take Twitch TV / Crendor. That's mine.
What? Oh, that's
yeah, that one's mine. And use your free, absolutely free Amazon Twitch Primes to sub. You get 32 emotes. That's so many emotes. $120 up from $80. Not available in all countries. Free Amazon Twitch Prime.
Yeah, if you got Twitch Prime, you can give Crendor $3.50 a month if you remember to click a button.
That's crazy.
So you should do that.
That's phenomenal.
Go to Crendor.tv. Don't even check whose Twitch it is.
All right. Okay.
Yes, hit that Prime button.
So for people that don't even know what's happening, we've done this every year for I think 7 years at this point.
Okay, you always explain it. Can I explain it?
You can explain it.
Hey, I'm Rob. I'm Crendor's game master and muse for some of his original World of Warcraft content. Would that be fair? Could I be considered a muse for some of it? Like you were like, oh, I like those Jimmy videos, so I'm gonna make those videos.
Yeah, if you go back and watch like my first few videos, you'll very clearly see the like influence there.
Yeah, Crendor liked one of my internet videos, so we joined an internet guild together where I was his guild master, and he never showed up for fucking raids.
Yep. It's carried over the years to the point where I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna stream, and like an hour and a half goes by, and people are like, where's Crendor? And I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm here now. Yeah,
I hate that because then they just yell late in your chat. God, I hate it when they yell. Dude, I show up on time and they still yell late, like 5 minutes before it even starts. I'm like, come on, guys, please.
That should just be like a running thing now.
So anyway, we get together once a year to talk about random things, and we walk around World of Warcraft as level 1 characters, and then eventually we can't walk around because things are too high, so we die, and then we walk around as ghosts.
Yep.
And one of these days, we won't be able to do this because Blizzard, as a company as we know it, will probably be dead. Give it like 5-10 years, maybe. You know?
Yeah, I'll put it at like 8.
Before they get bought by someone else, and then Blizzard's just another one of those generic brands.
Acti Blizzard.
Yeah.
The mobile game extraordinaire.
Okay, let's get going and let's just talk about the Diablo thing.
All right,
okay? we gotta talk about Blizzard as a whole. Okay.
Can I just say I was at BlizzCon, right? I was in the audience. First off, when we got to our seats there, they had the glow sticks on the seat.
This is firsthand experience, everyone.
Yeah, this is firsthand.
This isn't the fake gaming news you read on IGN. Okay.
Yeah.
This isn't the Reddit upvoted hive mind, okay? This is firsthand. Your boy Crendor is telling you what he saw.
I'm telling you. So we got there. They had like the glow sticks on the seats, and it was like crack these glow sticks when you're told to. And I was like, all right, I can do that. So
can we get on this L?
I think so.
I
was like, all right, So we waited, and then Mike Morheim comes out, and they're like, all right, everybody, like, crack your glow sticks. Or whenever he was, like, handing the company over to the new guy, it was one of those things. And you couldn't even see it, like, on the TV screen. Like, it was so blurry or, like, so faint that people were like, why is this even a thing? So people were just taking the glow sticks at that point and just, like, running away with them. I was like,
wait,
right,
so were the glow sticks, like, Diablo themed or for Mike Morheim passing?
They were just for Mike Morheim.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they also had signs that were like
this, by the way.
people like flipped over their signs, and it was supposed to say something like "Thanks, Mike" or whatever, and just looked like a bunch of blurb because I think they did it wrong. So it was just a mess of an event at that point. And then
it's not going well for exploring.
No, I predicted. All right, I predicted a lot of BlizzCon. Pretty accurately. I was like, all right, Warcraft 3 remastered. I predicted that.
I was hoping for it, but to be honest, I didn't think we were going to get it.
Yeah. Well, I'd always been pushing for Warcraft 4. And then
I think that's the biggest thing they announced too, right?
Yeah, I think
I got to interrupt your tangent here.
Okay.
Like my whole mod team, the second we heard this, we started talking.
Yeah.
We found out that it's already backwards compatible with old maps, which blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's insane because I kind of was expecting an engine rework, but I guess they really are just upgrading the engine and going through the code very carefully, which is insanity to me.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Well, it's still a really good engine, honestly.
It is. I mean, that's why we got Dota. You're welcome, Steam.
To be honest, it runs better than Heroes of the Storm.
Yep.
Like legit.
Yep. No, well that's because Heroes of the Storm is the StarCraft 2 engine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The StarCraft 2 engine, while very fancy, was not as clean as the Warcraft 3 engine. Like I think anybody who tried to make custom maps in StarCraft 2 compared to try to make custom maps in StarCraft 3 will tell you what the fuck did they do with the StarCraft 2 engine? Like it was made less for a map maker and more for like I'm a developer and I'm going to use software all day, spreadsheets, and also like just unit editing and everything was just a nightmare in the StarCraft editor, man.
Well, like even just running the game, it uses so much CPU. Like I'd try streaming and my CPU would start overloading. I was like, "What is this PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds? Like, is this a disaster?"
Yeah, I think a lot of streamers do the 2 PC setup, the same thing people do with PUBG, where you stream from another computer, basically.
Like a 10-year-old game or whatever.
Yeah, it's just...
It's bad. So I was very happy with that, because I was like, listen, I don't think we're going to get Warcraft 4 anymore, but I was like, after playing Warcraft 3 a lot this year, I was like, I'll take a revamped Warcraft 3, as long as it lets like me make custom maps without a 1998 editor, and I can play on Battle.net.
We're getting 24 players. The map size is almost 4 times what we're used to. Think of I don't know if people remember this or just they were too young, but Warcraft 3 when it came out with custom games, especially when Frozen Throne started to come alive, was the best place to play video games on the internet for a few months, at least a year. Like literally, like we're used to a game coming out every now and then, but back then games didn't come out every day. They did in Warcraft 3. Lots of games like Age of Empires 2 had this phenomenon with custom maps. It's like modding has added so much to gaming as a whole. But man, Warcraft 3, the amount of hours I've played in tower defense or like weird RPGs or Dota, that's where it came from.
Yeah, like I know. I'm just gonna make campaigns. Even I'm gonna make like campaigns for my machinima characters and be like, this is the Billy Adventure campaign. I think that'd be fun to do. So yeah, I'm very excited for Warcraft 3. I've already pre-purchased it. I'm ready.
I'm ready to move into ripping into Blizzard after this, but I also have pre-purchased it. Don't pre-order. Okay, I know, but this is like maybe they'll get me into the betas quicker to I care about this from a map making point of view. This is like Blizzard could do no wrong and I would still buy this game.
So I was like, StarCraft 2, they'll just do some whatever, I didn't care.
What do they even do for StarCraft? I don't even know what they announced.
They're like, Protoss had got a thing or something. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Then Heroes of the Storm, they'll do some new hero, new map, and they're like, hey, a new hero.
Okay, no, let's talk about the new hero. Have you seen this new hero? Because I'm
like
upset.
Some lore.
It's not a Blizzard character.
Yeah,
it's a
like
Heroes of the Storm exclusive character, and I think that's dumb.
I think it's dumb too. I don't like it.
Like it bothered when Sergeant Hammer wasn't a real character. That bothered me. But I was like, well, it's basically just a siege tank. That's just StarCraft not having enough good characters because they didn't have like a good characters for everything. That's why StarCraft 2 added so many like random characters for specific roles.
Well, it's also like she's like a 500-year-old like lolly warrior or something.
Yeah.
With like
She's just
tentacles.
yeah, it's just like, well, marketing research says this is the best type of character to add to MOBAs. And Blizzard doesn't have one like this. So, uh-oh.
Yeah,
this
is where the ghost side.
This is why I'm not allowed to leave.
All right, well,
uh-oh. Well,
time to walk the plank.
Well, this is let's go. Looks like okay. We didn't even make the ground. We hit another tree.
All right. Well, and now the true adventure begins. Oh yeah, we're wisps.
Oh, we're wisps. This is why we never do this as night elves.
That's
now
right.
I remember why we never do this as night elves. Although we are faster.
Were we wisps as blood elves? Or no, blood elves aren't wisps.
No, they're not wisps.
Yeah, that's right.
Something about becoming a blood elf makes you. Wait, are they genetically different, night elves and blood elves? Why does one become a wisp?
Is it something with the world tree or like the?
Yeah, it must be like a religious thing.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
There's Warcraft 3. All the wisps defeated. What's his name? Archimon, right?
Archimon. You do that in the Battle of the Hyjal right at the end. That's
yeah, so it's got to be something tied in with all that. Some nerd will be like, it's actually...
You know, I used to feel bad that I once drunkenly told Mike Morheim, hey, don't nerf the Battle of Mount Hyjal Archimon fight. Did that at my first ever BlizzCon. To be fair, I was 19. I don't know who was giving me drinks, but that was against the law, Blizzard. But now I don't, because I think he has given the keys to Blizzard to demons. And we're gonna lose the good days of Blizzard. I think dark times are ahead for Blizzard games, guys.
Dude, speaking of being younger, I went back and I listened to like our first ever one we did of these.
Oh boy, where we talked like this.
I don't know what it was, and I don't like being in my own body and doing these. It still like baffles me that I did that. I had this weird uptone pitch where I was like, "Hello, everyone, it's me, WoWcrendor here." And I'm like, "Why do I?"
That's
not
weird.
That?
No, that's not weird at all. That's just you. Well, you still do it. Like, do you not hear your entertainer voice?
Well, it's
like you're talking
changed,
way
though.
different. Yeah, I mean, like when before we started recording today. The way we were having a little bit of a conversation, right?
Yeah.
And then we started recording. You started talking different.
Well, yeah, I know that. I know it. I think everybody does it. Everybody talks different. Yeah. But like, I guess it was to more of an extent back then. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, it was more fake compared to now, where it's a little more real. Like, you can go back and listen to it if you're listening to this right now. Just go back and listen to that, and you can kind of hear it. Maybe it's because I was more socially awkward, and now I've just become less socially awkward and more. I've just matured, I guess.
I am still just as socially awkward. I've just always been pretty good at dealing with awkward situations in real life. Like my trick is to immediately point out how awkward something is.
Right.
Just that always seems to work.
It does work though.
Somebody farts in the elevator, you just go, "Hey, did you just fart?" And they go, "Yes," and be like, "Man, that's pretty awkward," and then laugh.
Oh, yeah, well,
I know how stupid that sounds, but trust me, I do it. It works.
Well, I've been in a lot more like social situations at this point. Like, I've gone to so many cons. I've met people in real life. Like, you know, It's like
the natural socializing.
Well, yeah. Well, back then, you know, my 2011 BlizzCon was my first like going outside experience. Like, to a party. Like, that's how socially awkward I was. Like, I always bring it up. There's like a video of me getting interviewed at BlizzCon by Trade Chat, and she was like, "So what's your favorite game?" And I was like, "Diablo." "Just kidding, it's World of Warcraft." And I was like, it's the most robotic, like, no personality thing. And then I'm like, that is the joke. Like, it's so bad. So I'm
always such an elaborate character of myself in real life that when I go to these things, I always end up being such a goofy character either way. So you can look at what I did this year compared to my first BlizzCon year. They're essentially the same because they're terrible. Yeah. Like, just I end up being a goofball the entire time, right? So people just goofball.
It's I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just getting older too. Like, you just go through more life experiences.
See, are you really pushing for this old man vibe here?
Listen, okay, let me tell you. I've like gone off on 3 different topics this.
Yeah,
point, but I might as
eventually
well.
we're going to talk about the getting to Diablo experience.
I
lost that
so
StarCraft.
about a year ago, I started getting these stomach issues, and I was like, okay, what's going on? So I go to the doctor, like, oh, it's probably actually it's 2 years ago. I had an endoscopy, so they put a tube down your throat. They look at your stomach, and they're like, you have mild gastritis. And I was like, oh, cool. What's that mean? And they're like, just don't have acid as much. Here's some antacid things. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then last year, I started getting a pain where my gallbladder was. And they're like, oh, okay, you might have gallstones. So I had an ultrasound, and they're like, hey, you have a gallstone. You need your gallbladder taken out. So I'm like, okay. So I had to eat a low-fat diet because your gallbladder is the organ that helps you digest fats. So if you eat a super fatty meal, it squirts some extra bile in there, helps you digest it. I've learned quite a bit about the digestion system. So in January, I was like, all right, no fat, low fat, you got to eat that. Because if you don't, there's a possibility it can get lodged in your bile duct, and that's bad because, you can die. So I was like, all right, got it out, and took a while to recover. I had to get a catheter in because I couldn't pee right after.
That sounds fun.
Yep, right after I got it out. And let me tell you, there's nothing more fun.
We can't go through the portal.
I guess jump off the tree, though, right?
Yeah,
like, go down.
Okay. Sorry, interrupt. You lead. I'm following.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing really more fun than getting the tube shoved up your ding dong.
Did it really hurt?
Yes.
I gotta say, my urethra, that's the inside of your penis, boys. My urethra is one of the scariest things.
Oh,
yes. If you wanted to torture me, oh my goodness, putting like a pen in my urethra, I think that'd just kill me. I think I'd die.
I've always thought that too. So when I knew I had to get this done, it
must have made it worse.
I was so afraid, but at the same time, my bladder felt like it was gonna burst. So I was like, all right, I gotta get it. And I was like, is it going to hurt? And the nurse was like, well, you're not going to like me afterwards. I was like, all right, here we go. And it's just like, whoop. It takes about 5 seconds. Not even 5 seconds. But they just like,
but it is 5 seconds of pain?
Yeah, they like lube it up. And then they're just like, it burns. Is the main thing. It mainly just burns. And you're like, yeah. Once it's in there, you're pretty good. The worst part was probably getting it out. Where they like pump it up again.
Do we need to learn about this part, Crendor?
This like 70-year-old woman.
Do you need to share this life experience with us? All right.
So she was like, all right, here we go. And I'm
How old was she? 70?
She's like 70. Maybe like mid-60s. And I was like, you seem like you've done this before. And she's like, yeah, I've been to the rodeo.
No.
Yes.
She said, I've been to the rodeo.
I've been to the rodeo. And part of me was like, all right, I trust this woman to like yank this out. And so I thought they like, we're going to like slowly pull it out or something. They like lawnmower yank it out. Like it's like.
What? No.
Yeah. Yes. No. They like lawnmower yank it out. She's like, here we go. And I was like, she's like, take a deep breath. And I was like,
dude, my brain couldn't even process what you said. It was just like lawnmower. He doesn't mean.
Like starting it up.
No.
And so she's like, you can take a second or two. And I was like, I'll take
whose
2.
legs are crossed out there? Just shout out if your legs are crossed. That's just a natural reaction to having a catheter pulled out.
I know. So she was like, you can take a second or 2. And I'm like, I'll take 2. So
a second or 2.
And so I just laid there. And they're like, if you can't pee in 8 hours, come back. And I was like, oh, I'll pee. I will pee. And I did. Right. And that was the greatest urination of my life.
So if any of you have to get a catheter taken out and you have to meet a lady that's just like this, just to say it, okay? As it's being taken out, you just say, can we do it again? Okay? That'll get a good laugh, I think. Can we do it again? As you're in pain, whimpering too. Just can we do it again?
Jesus. That happened. Then I recovered from the surgery. I recovered from the catheter. And then I was like, hey, you know what? I'm on the rise. Health wise, I'm doing better. I got this gallstone out of me. I'm on my stomach problems. Everything's good. Guess what happens? My toenails. My toes started getting like swollen, and I was like, well, this isn't good. So I saw the doctor.
Troll dude, like you're transforming or something.
I don't know.
You're
So, like-
digivolving at a slow rate.
I go to the doctor. He's like, oh yeah, soak your feet in Epsom salts. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll soak my feet in some Epsom salts. Didn't do shit. Turns out my shoes were like too big, so my toes, like my toenails were pushing against the edge of the the shoes, and just pushing my toenails back into the like.
I'm confused.
thing.
How much are you wearing your shoes? Aren't you a computer nerd like me? I don't have to go outside that much.
After all these problems, I was like, you know what? I gotta start walking a lot. So I started walking more because they're like, you gotta keep walking. It helps with scar tissue. It helps all this shit. So I was like, all right. So I started walking more. I started like just going out. So the doctor's like, yeah, do that. Then it got infected, both of them. And so I go to the foot doctor, and he's like, yeah, those are infected. Try soaking your feet in Epsom salts. And I was like, I've been doing that. And then he gave me an antibiotic. Didn't do shit. And he's like, wow, those got worse. And I'm like, yeah, they did. And so had to remove them.
You had your toes removed?
My toenails, not my toes.
Oh.
Well, it even scared me because, like, at 4th of July, one of my parents' friends was there, and he's like, oh, yeah, I had a buddy who had that. He had his toe removed. And I was like, he's like, yeah, not to scare you. I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks. But I didn't need my toe removed, so that's good. I just needed the toenails removed.
I think I'd be okay without my toes.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
Like, I want them. Oh, can we get out this way, you think?
I think we can.
Okay.
Might as well try.
I think I...
Oh.
Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, we're going to be split. We're going to... I see you falling over there. You're like a little shooting star.
Yeah, I am a shooting star.
I'm skimming the mountain.
So it's, what's that, July? July, August, September, October, November. So it's been about 4 months, and they're almost grown back now, actually. They look kind of wonky, but, like, part of you, if you, like, see it from afar, you couldn't even tell they were moving.
Is this starting to feel, quote-unquote, normal for your toes? I don't even know what that would feel like.
Yeah, like, I don't even notice.
You don't... Yeah, okay.
I haven't noticed for months now. Like, the first month's kind of weird because you take a shower and the water, like, hits it, and you're like, ah! Like,
oh, my God. Skin that's never been touched.
Yeah, so it's just really sensitive.
That's the precious skin. It was shielded, but now it has.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, all right. So that happened. That was another thing. And then I started getting like all these digestion pains, and I talked to Cry, who's like another YouTube guy, and he was like, yeah, after I got my gallbladder out, I had some digestive issues, and then I go to the doctor, and he's like, well, could be IBS, could be dysfunctional dyspepsia, could be some other shit. Just watch your diet, And I'm like, all right. And so... it's been my year. So that's why 2018, people are like, wow, the year's gone by so fast. I'm like, this year has felt like 2 years for me with the amount of shit I've just gone through.
That's why you're an old man.
And that's why I'm an old man. I've got and the best part, at 4th of July, there's this like other old dude my parents were friends with. And he was just sitting at the table. He kind of reminded me of George R.R. Martin. Like, he kind of had that vibe, and he had the little hat with the suspenders. And I was like, yeah, I got my toenails just removed, and I had, like, my gallbladder out. And he was like, oh, welcome to the club. I had 2 heart attacks, had diabetes, had a thing, had this other thing, And I was like, Jesus, like we're comparing war badges. He's just like, you think that's bad? I was like, wow, that's a lot. And he's like, yeah. So... That's okay. That's my health.
So we were on Heroes of the Storm. That was the other
Heroes
tangent.
of the Storm.
I don't like this hero. I'm gonna make sure we stay on track. Well, I'm not gonna let Blizzard miss an opportunity to rip on Blizzard here. I don't like how it's just like a marketing character. That's all it is. And the lore sucks. Like, they released like a comic book and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's the most. It feels like nobody tried.
Well, do you see they're like revamping the game again? Like, they put all those things like new mounts, new quests, new gameplay. Like, this is the 3rd revamp they've done.
I already liked the game, and the only reason I really haven't been playing it as of late is just because the friends I was playing with it kind of stopped. It wasn't the game. It was just like, that's the thing, is like, you get a group of friends that you play one of these friend games with, and then when they stop playing, unless you really, really like the game, you kind of stop playing. Maybe you watch the esports scene for a bit. Then you get bored of that because the teams all fragment, and you're like, my favorite teams and players, they all quit playing. Because it seems like in esports, your career lasts about 6 weeks. You get a lot of hype, then you get signed, then you stop signing, and you stream nonstop, and then you just fall off the face of the earth. And that's the esports career that lasts. So if you're like, boy, I want to have my own esports career. Well, good news. Stay in school because those careers last about 2 years.
That's
so
the biggest issue with like esports soccer is like you're streaming and getting an audience strictly because of your gameplay and like how good you are at the game. Well, people like us, people are just like, hey, it's the funny guys.
Hey, the funny boys. They're always there when you need a funny time. Yep.
Yeah, just do something funny. Like, all right, do the voice. Do the voice of the guy.
You know, I like it when people say do the voice.
I actually kind of do too. But
I don't know. You always see that in like movies and stuff when people are getting like, oh, they hate. People hate it when they have to do the voice the 10,000th time. Not me. I like doing the voice 10,000 times. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fun because it's like it means somebody enjoyed what you created enough to want you to kind of.
I think baby boomer celebrities weren't very good at living through their fans. Because, like, if you don't treat fans like reptiles, and you actually just are like, hey, this is a person, and right now they're shaking and quivering because they think I'm that special, which is hilarious because I'm not, but is kind of humbling. You're like, oh, you're quivering because you're tugging WoWcrendor. Oh, that's adorable.
It's one of those things where, like, I feel like everybody even goes through it to some extent. Like, I remember when I first talked to you in Ventrilla, I was like, dude, this is like Rawb. Like, this is the Unforgotten Realms guy. This is crazy. And I think that almost kind of, like, popped the switch in my brain that's like, oh, he's just a normal dude.
He's just a normal person.
Yeah. And so I've always seen that when, like, ever I do, like, fishing with Crendors and stuff, where, like, I fished with people like Brandon Sanderson now, which I thought was crazy.
It's because we're not wealthy. We're not a different class of people, because like in the old days, that's what being a celebrity was. But now on the internet, you can have a couple thousand people that all enjoy your content, and it feels like the old windows of what a celebrity is. But instead, they're just people who live in their homes. I rent my home. I don't live in it.
Unless you're, like Ninja or somebody.
Yeah. But that's also a short career. It's winding down. Yeah. If you follow news.
It's another thing where, like, I've seen so many people rise and fall in this industry over, like, the 10 years I've been doing it. Because it's going to be, like, 10 years for me in January. So, like, there's so many YouTubers. I remember this one YouTuber. I'm not going to name him. But, like, they were, like, growing. Like, they're closing in on 1 million subs. They were flying to the top. This is, like, 2012-ish, I want to say. And then they just fell off the face of the earth, disappeared, gone. Mm-hmm. And turns out drugs was their issue, and they're still just gone. Like, apparently they're problem. Like, just wandering around California looking for drugs and like going to their old YouTube friends like, yo man, yeah.
Well, if you get big, if you get too big too fast, you don't adapt quick enough.
Yeah.
Like I can handle fans now because I've had a stalker or two and really weird interactions with people, just weird things that you're like, how would you deal with this if somebody was doing this to you? I've dealt with it a few times, so now I kind of understand that, like how close to be without being too close, type of deal. But to that extent, it's kind of nice being recognized when you go to conventions. It's like, oh, somebody is like, I have a friend. They could be a friend.
I remember I heard Bill Burr say this on his podcast where he was like, I really like being not famous enough to, like, be one of those big people. Everyone's like, oh my God, do you see what the Kardashians did again? Or like all that, but like not small enough that people like don't know who you are. It's just like a nice middle ground where you like go on people's shows, people, but you're kind of in the middle. It's like a happy medium.
And you know who's not famous? That stupid Heroes of the Storm character they added, because nobody's heard of her, and she's just some byproduct of, well, Riot Games has 7 waifus, and we don't even have 1. Just some skins for Nova. Like, their ability's not even that cool. It's just, it's not even
released, like that. Yeah, they released this mediocre, like, anime character, and then Riot's like, oh, hey, you guys like K-pop? And everyone's like, League of Legends.
I don't... Like, at least League of Legends, they're not even pretending like they have lore. I know there's some people that are going to be yeah, but League of Legends has interesting lore. Okay, whatever. But Blizzard it was Blizzard Dota. So it was like, oh, well, imagine if all the Blizzard characters fought. And it's like, oh, cool, yeah. They haven't run out of Blizzard characters. They just decided instead of adding a new one, they're going to add a random anime character. I love anime. And I love the way this character looks. I love everything about this character. I just don't know why it's in this game. You know, like if I was playing Dark Souls, well, actually, anime characters are Dark Souls. What's something where anime doesn't exist? That's all it is. I'm terrible at metaphors. Everything has anime girls in it now.
Everything does have anime.
I'm trying to think of a game where it wouldn't fit. Every game has anime characters in it now.
Yeah, I got nothing.
That's going to be the next Blizzard expansion pack, man. You're going to see an orc, you're going to see a human, and it'll be like, introducing the new pixie race. It's going to be some anime girls. They've been alive for 10,000 years, but have the body of a 12-year-old.
Yeah, that's about
Chris
right.
Nixon's just like, I'm not even dead yet. What are you doing?
That's, so that's Heroes of the Storm.
So tell us about Diablo. How was the crowd?
Yeah. Hold on, we're getting there.
We're getting there, man.
Overwatch is like, hey, another new champion, another new map, some stuff. New champion was pretty fun. I played.
Overwatch is the only Blizzard team right now where I'm like, all right, you guys you're holding strong there, Jeff.
Jeff Kaplan coming out.
He's gonna quit though. Just wait. Just the second he's done with Overwatch, he's gonna quit Blizzard. He's gonna be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, probably. So that was Overwatch. Let's see. WoW, they didn't really do anything. They're like, hey, patches coming out. Classic WoW though, they're like, hey, classic WoW, and it's coming in the summer. I'm pumped.
Okay, yep, that's everybody's. That gives that's the nice thing. Classic WoW is this lever that just buys them time. So if you're like, oh, the WoW expansion is terrible, Rob, this is the worst it's ever gonna be. Well, first off, I haven't played it. Second off, everyone says that about almost every expansion except Legion, actually. Most people were like, Legion was good. So this one probably feels really bad because Legion was good.
Well, I really enjoyed BFA for like a month and a half, and then when it like ran out of things to do, I was like, oh, this is all right. And then I just farm mounts, which is still all I do. So yeah, that was BFA and Classic WoW. Are you gonna play Classic WoW? I think you said you were, right?
I think I will. It'll just depend how busy I'm in the summer with doing other projects, you know? I think it'd be fun to do, I think a lot of streamers are going to do like fan guilds, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of figure out if there's going to be like a server where everybody's going to be going. And then not play on that one because it's going to be too busy, but then pick another server and tell other streamer friends I'm playing on that one.
Yeah. All right. I think we like talked about this last time.
Oh yeah, we're making competing guilds.
Yeah.
Are you doing
like a
horde?
competitive guild? I mean, I'll do either. I'll do whatever you don't do, and then we can be rivals.
I'm indifferent. You know.
Okay.
I think I like gnomes a lot. I don't remember. Are we gonna have Fear Ward? If we're gonna have Fear Ward, then I'm picking Alliance.
I think so.
I am picking Alliance.
All right.
I ain't no sucker. You can have more people. That's what Horde will get.
All right. Yeah, I'll get more people.
More people will want to play on Horde. Oh, we found a boat. We're gonna get out of here. Dude, random.
We're out of here. So yeah, that was WoW, and then the big announcement, Diablo. So my predict. Oh, I fell through the cracks.
Oh, we both made that mistake.
So I was like, my predictions were they were gonna do Diablo 2, remastered. I thought they'd do Warcraft 3 and Diablo 2, but once they announced like our classic team has worked on Warcraft 3, I was like, oh, they're not doing Diablo 2 then. It's probably like a one game a year type of thing to revamp. So I was like, all right, I guess they're not doing Diablo 2. So I was like, okay, that's fine. You know, well, I think they're going to do an Elder Scrolls style thing where they're like, Diablo 4, and it's like on the screen for 10 seconds, and then it's like coming 2020 or some shit. And I'd be like, whoa!
Yeah, supposedly that is what they were going to do, but then they decided to announce a mobile game not understanding anything about their fan base whatsoever. And then did you see that after they announced it, they had like a stock meeting because their stock price dropped, and so they had to go tell people. And in the meeting, they said that while fans were not excited for it, they still projected it to make them lots and lots of money. And that's basically the problem with Blizzard now. And it's not that this hasn't been a problem with Blizzard for a few years. It's mostly that we're now seeing it all fall apart. Ben Brone left Hearthstone. Hearthstone's kind of in a mediocre place where I like the game, but I also don't know where it goes. Like, the base client feels kind of crappy, especially with the new Magic Arena out. Just being like, hey, imagine a client that runs smooth. Imagine one that isn't a laggy mess. Like, it's starting to already feel like a dated client, and it already felt like a mobile client. Like Hearthstone, it's always felt like, well, this game is kind of shitty because they made it for mobile in Unity. Okay. And now we're getting a reskinned Chinese game. It's not a Blizzard game. It's a Chinese game. Nothing against this. I'm just saying that normally when I buy Blizzard games, I buy them because they're Blizzard games made by this one company who makes lots of really good games. And it's a reskin pretending to be a Blizzard game, which is like offensive. Because now it's them using that brand loyalty they've built with you, me, anybody else who just has played these games since they were a kid. 20 years worth of loyalty, and basically saying, yeah, we think you're just going to spend money on our free-to-play, pay-to-win mobile game, so whatever. And we think it's a big enough deal that we're going to announce it like you're going to care.
Yeah. It was, like, as I was in the audience, I was just waiting and hoping for that, like, and one more thing. 'Cause that's, like, it's become such a prominent kind of...
It would have saved them. Because the thing is, all the hatred that people had would have been gone if they said, and one more thing, Diablo 4's coming next year. That's all they needed. So, like, Diablo 4, next BlizzCon.
There's a reason
ready. That's
it's
all
like... there's a reason it's become such a prominent way to end your speech or talks or whatever it is, because it works. Like, people are waiting for that. It's like, here's the announcement. Oh, and one more thing, it's here today. Or like, and one more thing.
The talent is leaving the company. Like, the friends I made at Blizzard when I made the Jimmy O World of Warcraft story, and I got to BlizzCon, and I got to meet all the developers and go to their fun little developer parties. All of those friends don't work at the company anymore. Like, they're all gone. All of them. I have, I know one guy at Blizzard who works there, and he got a job after I met him at BlizzCon. He works in the mission department. He's a cool guy. I bet you he still loves his job because all he does is make those cool little Warcraft cinematics. Still going to be good. But I feel bad for, like, anyone who's working in programming and stuff, because I don't know what Blizzard's making. Yeah. I feel like the next game they're going to announce isn't going to be a game they made because they were like, let's make cool games. It's going to be like, I don't know, whatever they think's gonna make money.
Yeah.
Which is a great business strategy, but I don't give a shit about business strategy gaming companies. I give a shit about game companies that are making cool games and are like, well, this is a waste of money, but it's gonna make our game better. That's the game company I wanna support, man.
So, like, here's the thing that, like, kind of bothers me.
This boat isn't moving.
No, it's not. I think it's the different boat. So, like, they released that YouTube video, right? Where they're like, we got some big things coming for Diablo. Multiple projects, right? Did you see that? So, right away, I was like, oh, it's got to be, like, either Diablo 4 or, like, Diablo 2 remastered or, like, you know, just something. And, like, even if it was a mobile game, I didn't mind as long as it was paired up with, like, something else. And so I was like, okay. Wait, is a portal?
Can we take it as a ghost?
No.
No.
Wait, can we just, like, run across the water to the land? So we can
try. Yeah,
I think
we can make it, but there's we can make it as wisps.
Yeah, we can make it. We got this easy.
All right. Go ahead.
So yeah, I was just like, all right, it's got to be something. So I saw the mobile game announcement, and everybody I was sitting with was just like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Like, this is it, the mobile game? Like, and I was like, no. I'm telling you, there's gonna be something else. And so I was waiting the whole time, and then they're like, all right, thank you. And I was like, here it comes. And I was doing my, like, finger up, like, one more thing. I was like, one more thing, here it comes. And they're like, thank you for watching the Blizzard Entertainment. And I was like, here it comes. It's just and then the lights came on, and I was like, ooh, wow, okay.
You know what the thing is too? Blizzard could make a mobile game and make everyone care. It can be done. Like, for example, Pokemon Go was huge. It just was a bad game. But imagine like a game that was more like that, but like I collected resources for World of Warcraft, and then when I got home, I could use the Warcraft resources in a computer game. Okay, that's an interesting mobile game that makes me fit and like, oh, I want to level up my character. I gotta fucking walk down the street to Ray's house and back. That'll get me 3 more wood to put in my wood. Like, there's things where there's cool mobile game ideas if you explore that space. This isn't it. This is this game is literally already out, I believe. It's like a game you can play in China.
It's either that or like they used a similar UI. Either way.
Or it's not the same game because they're gonna have different assets and they're gonna change stuff around. I get that. Maybe it's just the same engine. Whatever. I don't want to play a Diablo mobile game. Is this a port? Can I play it on PC?
I mean, I don't want to play
it. I'm assuming it's pretty fun. You're probably like, yeah, that's neat. I'd play it while I take a dump.
Yeah, it's one of those things like, hey, it's a mobile game. It's pretty fun. It's cool. Would I want to play it nonstop? No, it's something I'd play every once in a while. Like, that was cool for like 10, 15 minutes. All right, I'm good.
That might make them money. And it might be something that I even install because I'm like, let's just see what it is. And then I'm like, oh, this is pretty fun. The problem is it's not something I get excited for. Nobody wants to go to a convention for mobile games. There probably is a convention.
For me, it's like a side dish.
Want to go to it, but
it's like a side dish to me at like a dinner. It's like, all right, that was good. Now where's the main course? Like where's that big Diablo?
It's not even a dessert though. It's like if somebody was announcing all the meals and they're like, and we also have peas, and they just expect you to get really excited because they cooked some peas.
Yeah, and they're like, but there's also Diablo 3 on the Switch, guys. Which is essentially like, hey, we took some.
How many times are we gonna play Diablo 3, man? This is like Skyrim.
It's like they just reheated something in the microwave, and they're like, but it's still pretty good. Yeah, it's guys. And part of me is, it's got the tinfoil hat on, where I think they might have pulled the Diablo 4 announcement because of Nintendo. Like, you know how Nintendo is with everything they do, and part of me thinks Nintendo is like, hey, if we're gonna be putting this game on the Switch and you're gonna just announce a brand new version of the game, why is anyone gonna want to buy the old version right now? And so part of me thinks it's Nintendo saying like, no, you better not do this.
And the thing is, if that is the case, then that's a business decision over a user-based decision. That's a company deciding, well, this is worth a lot of money to us, rather than, well, the users matter more. We have to tell the users what we're working on.
Well, you know, if they do make Diablo 4, it's going to be on the Switch then, or like a Nintendo console, because now they've created that partnership with Nintendo, and they'll be like, oh, hey, Diablo 4 also on the Switch.
Which is also frustrating, because the reason why I always liked Blizzard is because they were a PC company. I got nothing against ports, but in my experience, when a game is built from the ground up to support both console and PC, the PC version always suffers.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Like, Hearthstone is not as good a game because it's also on mobile. Yeah. Overwatch is not as good a game because it's also on consoles. Yeah. I think the only exception to that rule is maybe Steam games.
Mm-hmm.
TF2 and all those games are solid PC games on their own, and I think they then got ported. It's the other way around, right?
Yeah.
So. I'm just disappointed. I think that's what everyone's just disappointed in Blizzard. It's just like, man, we've loved the company, but now you turned out to be a corporation.
Well, it's another thing where, like, I feel like BlizzCon always skips a year in terms of big announcements, which is why I've always thought they might as well just do BlizzCon every other year, but now they make so much money off it that they're just like, hey, every year, even though we don't have many things to announce.
Now they have people who work at the company who are convention people, and so they need work every year. Like, that's what happens, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know.
They have enough teams to announce something every year. They can get me excited every year, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, just the fact that you can almost predict a lot of the stuff that's happening shows like how stale it's kind of gotten.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, another new character, another new map. And I don't even mind that. It's just like, every once in a while you're just like, come on, like you want that one thing, and everyone thought it was gonna be Diablo 4, and then it wasn't. So it's like, oh.
I see, and it's hard to really explain because I know there's some people out there who are already like, Blizzard's always been like this, Rob, but they weren't. They really weren't. Even after they were bought by Activision, man. Like when Overwatch came out, I was not impressed with it, but it turned out to be such an amazingly strong IP. You know, maybe lore wise it hasn't gone anywhere, whatever. But just like the characters and stuff, they already feel like things like characters I recognize and know. You know, that impressed me that Blizzard was able to just make a brand new IP like that, because they had StarCraft, they had World of Warcraft. And I was like, they're going to make something that's going to come across generic. And when that first movie played, it was like Pixar-y, and these kids were like, oh, geez, I want to be an Overwatch hero. And I was like, what? But I quickly ended up liking all their stuff. I was very impressed. There's so much attention to detail in Overwatch. Everything about it is crazy. The way characters move, the sounds, everything. Are we ever going to get another Blizzard game like that again? Because to me, it kind of looks like that was the last team going in. Like that was the last, we're Team 5. We're making the last real Blizzard game before Mike Morhaim's done with this company once and for all. Because, like, do you really expect Jeff even staying unless they give him just, like, unlimited leeway to make something else? I don't know. Nobody else has stayed.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Benny Bro, dude, he was Hearthstone in his flesh, and then he's like, I'm out of here. They're not paying me well. Like,
yeah,
dang.
I don't know. It's kind of sad. Well, I forgot the tweet I made. I essentially was like, it reminds me of Animal Crossing, right? Like, they have Animal Crossing Mobile, and I was like, I don't mind Animal Crossing Mobile as long as you're still going to be making Animal Crossing for the Switch. Like, give me the full game. Like, mobile's okay. I played it for like a week, and I was like, this is good, but it doesn't have that same feeling to it, which is like the kind of cozy, comforting, like, you know, you don't feel like, oh, I gotta log on again to do another time-restricted thing.
Exactly.
It's like when you get the actual game, like, sure, there's time restrictions, like, I gotta wait till tomorrow to go back to the store, but it feels more, I don't know, less scammy,
like a game.
like it's trying
like a game. Well, the thing is, it just, the other ones just feel like the mobile system of, I got 23 energy points. I can spend all my energy points in about 20 to 30 minutes. And then I gotta wait for more energy points. It's like,
it feels more open and free than restricted. I guess the main thing. So I'm glad they're now doing the Animal Crossing for the Switch. So it's like, I'm hoping that happens with Diablo, where they're like, hey, we know we're still doing this, which I think it will. It's just
we no, I don't know. I haven't even really seen people talking about the Diablo stuff in terms of like, how are they monetizing it? Did you even look to see? Did anybody talk about that? Because I really stopped caring to even pay attention. Is this a free to play game?
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna sell like classes and probably like some maps or content or something.
Give you a class or something for free, and then sell.
I know somebody was like, "Are they putting druids in it?" And he's like, "They're."
I just know they're gonna have something that's like it's loot potions. You get more loot, more legendaries. You just know they're gonna have it, and I'm just gonna be like, "Cool, cool."
Yeah, and that's the reason mobile games make so much money. It's just that. So, yeah, that's fun.
It's just, I don't have no much else to say about Blizzard. You know, it kind of just makes me sad because I feel like, like how long have we been doing these? This is year 8, 9?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
7, 8, 7. We're getting up there. And like, you asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, Blizzard's gonna be forever. And now I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, the World of Warcraft servers now get turned off the second they stop making money. If I'm a StarCraft 2 fan, I'm pretty scared because StarCraft 2 wasn't really a moneymaker for Blizzard, and they probably invest more resources percentage-wise than other parts of the company. So, what do they like? That doesn't look good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's times are a changing. Some for the good, some for the bad.
We better talk about this then.
What?
Do we keep doing this if there's no more World of Warcraft servers? If the servers ever shut down, do we have to go to like another game? Like what do we even do?
Well,
do we have to play on shards forever?
I don't I don't know.
Crendor's
gotta be.
private World of Warcraft classic server.
I mean, I feel like it would,
No rogues allowed.
it'll be around long enough that we'll keep going, and then some game will come out.
Well, that's the question. Who's gonna die first? You, me, or World of Warcraft?
Well, at this rate, it's gonna be me with my health things happening.
Oh no.
But I'm hoping I'm like one of those people where I'm like, I had that, and then like my 30s, I'm like just some buff dude. It's like, yeah, my 20s were my weakest. But I don't know, probably WoW. I mean, it can't keep going, right? It's gotta like go to. It's gotta be a point where it just.
It's already like slowly just. It's losing the guilds. It's losing those friendships. And as it loses those, all it's going to have is people coming back to relive nostalgia, which because of the size of the game, is massive. Mm-hmm. Like, it could be 10 years from now, you would still probably have a player base of 1 million because people will just keep coming back. Classic's not going to make it any better. Classic's going to echo. Like, Classic's just going to bring... There's going to be a lot of people that play for like a month, but there's still going to be a whole new, like, core group of people.
Yeah.
You know? I think what people are going to be most bothered by is PvP, because you're not going to have the gear that other people who go and raid do, and you're going to get wrecked in PvP. And I don't know how that's going to be fun for anyone. Get ready to buy gear. And buy gear? What are you talking about, Rob? Well, you'll be able to buy gold because it's World of Warcraft, and people will run you to get that gear. So you'll buy them the gold. I know this because I used to do it. That's how guilds make money back in old days of WoW. Run people through raids to get gear.
Yeah. Yeah. I like video games.
Yeah, we used to. Did you ever do gold DKPs?
I don't think we did.
How did the gold DKPs? Oh, so when an item would drop in the dungeon, people would buy it for gold, and then at the end of the raid, everyone splits the gold. So, like in some gold DKPs, a good gold DKP would have raiders who could do the encounters and had great gear, and then buyers, people with lots of in-game World of Warcraft money. We used to have our buddy Zach, who just knew the people who wanted to buy stuff. He was Mr. Trade Chat, and he would just put these raids together, and then we'd go and we'd do them and make thousands and thousands and thousands of gold, just letting money banks people, bid for things.
Yeah.
Every week it would get worse and worse because every week it'd be like Zach would be like, we need to have more buyers. The more buyers we have, the more they compete. The more prices go up. So every week it'd get worse and worse. Unless they have a problem for that, a solution for that, that would be something new, and I would assume everyone would get mad at. That's classic rating. Like, you're with 40 people, man. 2 items drop. You're not getting that item. You either raid like a hardcore man or you save up your gold. Oh my god, do you remember farming gold in classic WoW?
I didn't get my normal mount to like 44 or 43 because I didn't have enough gold.
Yep, which means you're going to be buying gold from the auction house, giving Blizzard their money. Sorry, Activision Blizzard. And that'll be the way to progress in classic WoW. And
well,
nobody's
not going to do that for classic WoW.
They're not going to do it? Okay, then you'll be buying gold from third world countries who farm it.
Yeah.
Still exists.
That's how it used to be.
That's how it used to be. You still see it in trade chats. Everybody still sees them. In classic WoW, if there's no way to buy gold, the market's going to be there. Everyone's going to want to have gold so they can get on these gold raids where they buy their gear. But I won't do that, Rob. I'll just play with the gear that you get outside of raiding. Okay. Prepare to get stomped. But I could get the PvP gear by becoming the High Warlord. No, you can't. I don't think you remember how High Warlord system worked. It wasn't points you collected, and then eventually everyone's a High Warlord. No. You competed. So you're going to be competing against guys who bought gear. No, yeah. Good luck, Jameses. Good luck, Jimmys. I think it's going to be rough.
Oh, like your negativity and realism.
Look, man, I played Classic. That's the thing is I always hear people talk about Classic, and it's like, Classic. I always wanted to experience that, and I'm like, okay, but just so you remember, there was a lot of things people hated about and complained nonstop. That's what we're at ultimately.
my big thing is like I want to have my nostalgia trip. I want to go 1 to 60.
Oh yeah.
I want to.
You're not gonna hit 60.
Oh,
You're
I'm
only
gonna
gonna
hit
hit
60.
60 if you stream it. If you
I am
weren't
streaming
streaming, you would. Yeah, because dude, it's like 15 real life days playtime.
Unless you follow JoJo, or whatever the shit's leveling hunter guide. What was their name? Joanna. Joanna's
still,
leveling guide.
Yeah, and she'll still probably be like 10 days or
It's
something.
like 8 days.
Yeah, 8 days. And it's not going to work because it's going to be like, buy this off the auction house. And it won't be on the auction house. Most times it's worth this on servers. Everyone's following the same guide.
It's, I don't know. I'm mainly going through for my nostalgia. I want to like hit I'll hit like 32 and be like, oh my god, Shimmering Flats.
I don't mean to
Flats.
rag on it. I just like remembering everything that sucked. You know, it's just like those scars.
It's a much more RPG, slower paced game, which is why I think a lot of people do enjoy it.
Dude, Paladin was an AFK class. Like, you put up a seal, and then you have like imagine Paladin, but there's no buttons to press.
Mm.
It's just you turn on your seal, you right click a mob.
Well,
that's it.
There's a lot of old school RPGs. I remember I'd play my one like old school Korean Diablo like thing, MU Online, and all I'd do is just tape my mouse down and go do something else.
Yep.
But it's great. I loved it.
I miss.
But it's mainly because I'm playing
those
with
old
people.
style RPGs. Everything's quick now. Gotta kill the mob in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get the quest gets accepted automatically. Don't touch the NPC. There's an exclamation over his head.
In fact, we'll move for you. Just auto run.
Oh my god, have you played those type of MMORPGs?
Yeah.
Those exist.
They just put you on auto run and they're like, yeah, we'll leave
auto
you.
run to the quest, and you're just like, wait, so what am I doing? Just waiting? This could have been a mobile game.
Yeah, it's brain-numbingly dull. But I like video games. Like I said, I'm most excited for Warcraft 3. I think that's going to be the best thing.
That's where it's at too.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be very exciting when it comes out. And if you've never played Warcraft 3, you should still be excited because I'm excited for you. The amount of maps you get to play, especially if you've ever been like, I kind of like some of those tower defense games online. This is where tower defenses were born and thrived.
Well, people are even going to create like new Warcraft lore and stuff like that, like campaigns and stuff. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah. 24 player maps is insane.
Yeah.
Like that means you could do a 12 on 12 type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Like things like hide and seek and catch and like running chasing each other type games, like tag games. There's gonna be a whole new slew of them with 24 players.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be great. It's just kind of funny how Blizzard's two most excitable games this year are Vanilla WoW and Warcraft 3.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. When your BlizzCon overshadows and the biggest announcements are not anything new you're working on. Like, oh, check out our new Heroes and Heroes of the Storm. Haha, uninstall. Is like, but we're remaking that game you want so it runs well. All right, send me up, Blizzard.
Wow.
They can do this forever too. Diablo 2.
Yeah.
Like that'll be huge. Diablo 1 remake 2 will be huge.
Yeah. I think they're definitely gonna do Diablo 2 next year. Like, no doubt.
Yeah.
Diablo 2.
They got a team that's just remastering classics.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they'll probably do like some old things like Lost Vikings or something.
Yep.
Warcraft 2, Warcraft
Lost
1,
Vikings.
Diablo. They're gonna do it. You know they will.
Yep.
Oh yeah, by the way, that reminded me of Diddy Kong Racing. Because you stopped in my thing and were like, Diddy Kong Racing.
I went and played that game after I watched you played it.
Yeah, I saw you playing it.
Yeah. I was surprised how easy the game got once I realized the boost trick, which I didn't need to learn until I got to WizPig, and then everyone's like, you have to boost properly, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. It amazed me at how my like 3rd grade self beat that game.
You learned the boost trick.
I must have, but I don't even remember that.
I don't think you can beat WizPig without the boost trick.
Yeah.
Like I think it's actually impossible. Like you have to learn the boost trick. This is for people who play Diddy Kong Racing. You have to when you go over boost, you have to literally let go of the gas button. If you do this and the longer you let go, the more you boost, and it's like a silly amount of boost. Like you go after you know that trick, you go back and you do races, and you're like, oh my god, now I can like lap everybody. This is just silly.
It's still fun to go back and play those old games though. Like I've been going back and doing a lot of those in the past few years. Like I've done Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. I did Donkey Kong 64, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Diddy Kong Racing.
Dude, Donkey Kong 64 is a game that I used to think was really fun, and then when I tried to replay it, I realized there's nothing fun in this game. You just collect coins.
Oh yeah,
that's
it's
all
just
it is.
a super collectathon. Like, can I get this coin? And like, oh, you're not on Lanky Kong. Can't get that one. Gotta go swap.
Yeah, it's
you're like, oh,
it's
okay.
It's no Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, and the camera. Oh my god, the camera is so bad. It's the worst. You remember the camera?
Pretty much every N64 camera was the worst, though.
Yeah, but it was like especially bad. Conker was a slightly worse camera just because it didn't show you your shadow. So you would like hop to a platform and you couldn't see your shadow on the ground, and you'd be like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess I fell."
See, I liked Conker's because when it came out, it was for adults, and I was not an adult. So it was a fun game because I was like, it's a video game, and I'm not allowed to play it. And I had very fun multiplayer modes for the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I think Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie's still the one, like, I've played through twice at this point, and I still want to play through it. It's just
I'm like
game.
4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember, did you ever do, like, the hidden egg thing?
Yeah, the stop and swap.
Yeah, did you ever get the one in like, the stop and swap? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Nintendo wouldn't let them do it.
Yeah, well, they did it in the new one.
Did they?
Xbox version. They let you, when you played Banjo-Tooie, you can do it all.
Oh, I played the Xbox version. I don't think I played Banjo-Tooie though.
Yeah, and then you unlock like a dragon Kazooie in Banjo-Tooie, and it's pretty neat. You like breathe fire and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah. For anybody wondering, all of those Let's Plays are up on this YouTube channel. Just type in WoWcrendor Let's Play and you can watch it.
Now you got to remember to put. Oh, we don't have annotations or things like that. You can't like put pop-ups in your videos now anymore.
They have end slate things. You can do like 2.
I'm not gonna do it.
No. I should just make a big playlist for all of them. Then I can link the playlist.
I put my like Twitch VODs in unlisted playlists because I don't like spamming people's like alert subscriber feed. I don't like spamming their feed. If ever I dump videos on people's feeds, they go, "Well, fuck this asshole," and they unsub. So I learned my lesson. Stop doing it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I can put the. I can just link it in the description. You can still put a bunch of them in the description links. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I just make like hub videos where I'm like, here's what I played this month, and then like there's links to the playlist or the subscription.
Yeah. Well.
That's all we did was just shit on Blizzard, you know.
That is all we did. I feel like every year we just focus on one thing. Like that one year we just talked about YouTube and Twitch.
I liked when we made a basketball team. That was a good year. You know, remember when we?
Oh yeah,
we had weird fun questions. That was when
that's right.
Didn't have anything to talk about. But now every year we have something to talk about.
Yeah, that's when we were creative.
If you didn't get sick, and Blizzard didn't announce a Chinese mobile game as a Blizzard game, I can't believe who thought that was a good idea, dude. Dude, you know, people must have been saying this is a bad idea. Fans aren't gonna like it, and then they were just like, nah. What was it? Wyatt Chang was on the stage. He worked on Diablo 3. In fact, he's done so many of the updates and stuff.
Yeah.
Like how are you ever gonna get respect from the community after that, Wyatt? Like he's a great guy, and he's made like I love what Diablo 3 ultimately became. I have played through Diablo 3 30-40 times. You know, until they stopped adding content, basically was playing every season. And then they just kind of stopped adding new items. But that boy's on stage announcing a mobile game.
Yeah.
That's not my Blizzard. I don't even recognize my child. He used to be such a pretty little child, and now it's grown up, and I don't even recognize it anymore.
For shame. Shame.
I don't think we need to shame Blizzard. Do we shame them for putting a fake Blizzard title on a game they didn't make? I guess.
I
I
mean,
get a
yeah.
little bit of shame. Yeah, I think that's.
I'd ring the shame bell.
I think that's ringing.
Yeah.
I don't even think there'd be a Blizzard guy that wouldn't want us to ring that bell. I know. I see you trying to end it. What are we in, like hour 7?
Or hour and 5 minutes.
Well, this was our Thanksgiving special.
Yeah.
Did we talk about all our tangents? Did we get back to everything? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got everything.
Cool.
I think we hit all the buttons. So maybe next time we'll have like some good Blizzard news or something. I don't know.
Well, all this we talk about this. This is just a podcast where me and Crendor catch up.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll do something else by
Dude,
then.
next year we'll be talking about how great Warcraft 3 is.
Yeah.
So that'll be next year.
So many good things. There'll be Warcraft 3, be Classic WoW, there'll be Animal Crossing.
Dad, or they announced
Oh
something even. What could they announce that would be worse?
Oof.
What? Like, just imagine next BlizzCon is somehow worse than BlizzCon. It's basically impossible. You know, like they'd have to announce like multiple mobile games, and that's it. They're just like Warcraft Mobile, StarCraft Mobile. We're just like, oh my god, they became a mobile games company. No, I think.
Well, next time they'll probably do a new WoW expansion. That's like for sure, and then they'll probably do Diablo 4. It's gotta be Diablo 4. There's be like 2 big announcements right there.
Yeah,
Bang.
and then everyone will love them again.
Yep, Diablo 2 remastered. That'll be the new classic game.
I don't think that'll get announced though, because they won't announce 2 Diablo things.
Oh, they will.
They say that much face.
I think
We
they
know
gotta
you
go.
Diablo fans are upset. That's why we got not Diablo 1, but 2 and 3 all remastered, and Diablo 4 and 5 all on mobile.
And Nintendo Switch. It's gonna happen, I'm telling you. All right. Well, hey, good talk, good fun.
Good Thanksgiving Ghostbusting special.
Yep.
Normally we end up at places, but today we have literally just roamed as ghosts.
Yeah, we went from like Teldrassil to Ashenvale.
We spent 20 minutes on a boat.
We went to 3 zones in an hour.
This is the worst we've ever done.
Yeah, this one's pretty bad. But, you know.
And we have faster move speed.
Still better than BlizzCon. Hey, I'll be here all night. I won't. I'm going. I'm going. All right. Where can we find you on the internet?
Hey, you can go to rawb.tv. That's where I do streams. And you can find all the links from there because you're a clever person. And I assume if you find one of my social media hubs, you can find them all.
I would hope so. Google's your friend. All right. Well, thanks again for joining me on this Thanksgiving Ghostbuster holiday special. I hope you have a good holiday and Thanksgiving and Ghostbusting.
See ya.
See ya.